Briana the Magical Blue Dragon, and welcome back to my channel. After looking at book recommendations for Capricorn, I was curious what would be recommended to me for my Myers-Briggs personality type, which is INTJ. INTJ stands for Introverted, Intuitive, Thinking, and Judging. Since INTJs and Capricorns have some similar traits in that they're both serious, reserved, logical, and planners, I thought it would be interesting to see if I'd be recommended some similar books as to the last video I made, or if they'd be completely different. Let's check it out. We have a book called Quiet, The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. I personally can relate to that title very much. I live with a lot of extroverts, and I have a lot of extroverted friends, so I can understand that a bit. Oh, we have Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice on the list. Yay! Out of a lot of Jane Austen's novels, Pride and Prejudice is not necessarily the most INTJ in terms of the main character, Elizabeth Bennet. Elizabeth Bennet is probably more of an extrovert, but her sister, Jane Bennet, who is one of my favorite characters in the Austen universe, is definitely an INTJ, and I really love her. And I do think that this novel, because of Jane Bennet, it really does fit well. And of course, Jane Austen, the way that she writes, it definitely works with how INTJs think and process things. Definitely good that she's on the list. Okay, then we have The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien. Yeah, I really love the Lord of the Rings series, and The Hobbit was what allowed me to be able to more easily get into the world of the Lord of the Rings, and so I really enjoyed that a lot. It makes sense why it's on the list. Oh, we have a little bit of controversy here, because The Fellowship of the Ring comes below The Hobbit on this list. Okay, well, personally, I'd put The Fellowship of the Ring above The Hobbit, even though I do really appreciate The Hobbit. What do you guys think? Are you guys bigger fans of The Hobbit or The Lord of the Rings? That's interesting that they did that. A lot of people would disagree with that. A lot of people I know would disagree with that. Oh my goodness. Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. No, I disagree with that completely. I do not like this book. I had to read it in high school, and I did not like it at all. So, yeah, no, Just took it off the list. Shouldn't be on there. Hey, we have 1984 by George Orwell. Well, there is the little bit of similarity between Capricorn and INTJ. It is 1984. That's the similarity book. Oh my goodness. I guess that's another sign that I need to read it. Hey, we have Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I really love Harry Potter. I love the whole world that it's set around. Oh my goodness. If I could ever go to Hogwarts, if it were real, that would be so much fun. I would really enjoy that, and I can see why it's on the list too. Next up we have The Hunger Games, the first book specifically. I haven't read the whole trilogy, but I did read the first book and I really enjoyed it, and Katniss Everdeen is definitely, if not an INTJ, very close to an INTJ. She's got a lot of similar personality traits, and it was really wonderful seeing the main character be very similar to me and still being shown as interesting, because unfortunately with some books and such, the INTJs are the side characters that don't have a lot of depth or plot, but I really appreciated that in The Hunger Games, a character like me was the main character. Hey, we have Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities. Well, I guess that's another similarity. While it's not Great Expectations, it is Charles Dickens. I have not read A Tale of Two Cities yet, but I really want to. And so the fact that it's on my own list of what I want to read, it makes sense that it's on the list here too. Hey, we also have Persuasion by Jane Austen. That is so awesome. Oh my goodness, I really love Anne Elliot. Anne Elliot is such an amazing character too. And the way that she's able to handle everything that happens to her with this amazing will to just keep moving forward. What she's able to accomplish in the book and everything that she does is amazing. It is so fantastic. I really recommend it if you have not read it. Really read Persuasion. I feel like a lot of people don't give it enough credit. My mom's gonna love this one because on this list we have Interview with a Vampire by Anne Rice. My mom loves Anne Rice novels, and I have not read Interview with a Vampire, but I did see the movie, and based on how the main character is, I can understand why Interview with a Vampire is on the list. I have never heard of this one, but we have a book called The Left Hand of Darkness, and it is the 4th book in its series. And I think it's kind of interesting that they're on a list for INTJs. There's a book called The Left Hand of Darkness, and I happen to be left-handed. Maybe I should read this series and see what this is about. We also have Jane Eyre on this list by Charlotte Bronte. While Jane Eyre isn't necessarily my favorite book, I actually prefer Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, Charlotte Bronte's sister. I can see why Jane Eyre is on the list because Jane Eyre's personality is definitely that of an INTJ or very close to it. I wanted to finish this video with a quiz that is supposed to be able to match a book that is perfect for my personality. So let's see what book it comes up with. Which book perfectly matches your personality? Pick a hot beverage. Okay, let's see. So we've got hot chocolate, coffee, hot lemon and honey, tea, mulled wine, warmed milk with Milo, green tea, apple cider, hazelnut chocolate toddy. Out of these options, I think for me it would be hot chocolate. Pick something to snack on. Let's see, we have chocolate, chips, cookies, this is already difficult, pretzels, ice cream, popcorn, gummy bears, crackers and dips, slice of cake. Oh gosh. Honestly, in terms of a snack, probably between chips and pretzels. Pretzels. I've always loved pretzels ever since I was a kid. I'd eat them a lot, by the handful. Pick a creative way to store your books. Oh, okay, so here there's images. There's one where it kind of looks like the bookshelf is shaped like a tree. I don't like the one that looks like a V. The one that looks like a head's okay. The stair one is a practical one. A heart, a tree, a thought or talk bubble. Not sure how to describe that one. And an apple. A tree. Pick a cozy bed to snuggle into. Okay, so we have some pretty nice and cozy looking beds here. I'm gonna go with the one that has the blue pillows and cover. And that is because my favorite color is blue. Pick a word to describe yourself. Oh boy, let's see what we got here. Smart. Okay, yeah. Childish. I guess sometimes, not much. Quirky. Yeah, definitely. Outspoken. Sometimes. It depends on the crowd. Creative. Adventurous. Not so much. It depends on the thing. Imaginative. Thoughtful and sensitive. Imaginative. I think that imaginative is the strongest one out of all of them. Pick a watercolor background. Oh, we've got blue, gray, pastel. Oh, we've got blue and green, yellow, blue, red, pink, orange, blue, blue. Oh, I love this blue one. There we go. Pick a puppy. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's one that's yawning. Oh my gosh, I think I have to go with the yawning one. Okay, I went from a cute yawning puppy to suddenly having the result, which is 50 Shades of Grey. Oh, you got 50 Shades of Grey. You like to live a life a little dangerously sometimes. I do not. I don't. I really don't. No, thank you. And that means being open to trying new things. Not in the way that they're implying here. Just like this divisive book, your choices, opinions, and general outspokenness can gain a lot of attention. But honestly, you couldn't care less because what matters most is being true to yourself. So a little bit of that is true. Being true to myself is very important, but I feel like myself is very different from this book. Not accurate. No thank you. I just looked at a bunch of books that were recommended for INTJs, some of which I feel were pretty accurate to what I enjoy, what I like. Some not at all. And also I found out what book matches my personality, so thank you BuzzFeed for that. If you want to find out your own Myers-Briggs personality type, there is an official test that you can take, but it does cost you money. So I have provided a link down below with an online quiz that is free if you are curious. Also, I will be leaving a link to the Buzzfeed quiz as well. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye!